Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my wedding makeup. If you don't already know, we are going to Las Vegas in October to renew our vows, and I thought there would be some nice symmetry since 10 years ago I posted a whole series of wedding videos pre-getting married in a register office. I did everything myself, my hair, my makeup and everything. And I thought it would be nice to do kind of an updated version for our vow renewal. If you are finding me because you were looking for Vegas wedding content, I completely understand your pain. There's not a lot of stuff out there. I will be doing some kind of planning and prep videos here, and I will be posting vlogs of the actual trip on my vlog channel, Michaela Vlogs. So make sure you are following me in both places for all of the Vegas wedding content if you are so interested. Anyway, I'm going to throw it back now to me playing around with some of the makeup that I think I'm going to be wearing on the day and trying to do lashes. I don't think these are winners. Right, this is mega expensive and I am not recommending this. I'm not saying you need to have this at all, but I found it in my stash and was like, oh, I'm going to use this. Then I Googled it and was like, well, I'm definitely going to use it now. It's the 111 Skin Rose Gold Radiance Booster. It just looks, oh, I'm losing product. It just looks so gorgeous on the skin. And I just think, well, if ever there was a time to use it, but also I've got it. I must have got it in like a FabFitFun box or something, because in a million years, I would never have purchased this, and I definitely didn't receive it in PR. But I'm kind of using it as like an illuminating primer cum serum over the top of my skincare. I've got my, I've got like a niacinamide serum and my SPF. It's not oily or anything, it's just kind of like slightly tacky. Right, now this is something I'm kind of dabbling with at the moment. I'm going to use the Collection Filter Finish underneath my foundation, just in these areas, because I'm keeping it relatively, not matte, but kind of like a satiny finish is what I'm going for. But this area here, I feel like I need a little bit of extra glow. So I'm going to just for underneath. The shade I've got in that, by the way, is Fair 1. Number 7, Stay Perfect. This has got SPF 30 in it as well, but I'm going to put my SPF on underneath, but especially when we're in Vegas, it's going to be SPF 50. The shade that I've got in this is Calico. I think this is too much product. And I have a brand new set of beauty blenders. I've got a beauty blender, just a regular one, and a powder one, which I'm quite excited about, that I've got still in the packaging, waiting to take to Vegas for my makeup there. That is like, that's a treat, isn't it? There's certain things. Brand new beauty blender, that's a treat. This was definitely too much. So I don't tend to do concealer, and I'm going to try to avoid any concealer. I have got this little, it's leftovers of a breakout here on my cheek, which we're going to ignore because it's not going to be there. I always have my mirror too far away from me to actually see what I'm doing when I'm filming stuff. So this foundation does actually kind of set on the skin, so I'm going to give that a second. I'm using this NYX Hd Eyeshadow Base, just a very small amount. It's really up there with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I was talking about this the other day, how there are a lot of NYX overlap products for me with Urban Decay, and someone pointed out that they're both owned by L'Oreal, which of course. So I think that they do a lot of really great dupes for that brand, which I'm a big fan of anyway. I particularly like this eyeshadow primer because it kind of gives you it's almost concealer-like. I mean, I put my foundation over everything, so that has helped, but it does give you kind of a slightly paler base for the colours to really pop on anyway. But it really helps to avoid that creasing throughout the day, which I think is difficult. There's probably only 3 primers I've ever really enjoyed enough to think, oh, I'd repurchase this, and this is one of them. I know everyone does things in a weird order, if you do things in a different order, because a lot of people will start with eyes. I have to do my base first. Usually I'll do like the whole base and then eyes are like last. Well, lips, but eyes are nearly last. But because I kind of want to give this as much time as possible to kind of like do its thing and like settle into my skin, I'm going to do eyes now. So this is the Too Faced Natural Eyes. I mentioned this a lot recently. It's definitely this is it. This is the holy grail. This is the, if I could only have one, it's this. And I'm going to use this to do something relatively simple. I think I am going to do that multiple looks with one palette with this because it is so versatile. I might even do it while we're in Vegas because I think it's the only one I'm going to take. So I'm going to start with... I'm going to start with Strip Poker, which is down here. I'm going to use this as kind of an overall base. It smells amazing. It's just chocolatey and delicious. Then Cashmere Bunny, which is a little bit deeper. I'm going to take that into the crease and just kind of deepen that and the outer corner. Blend it out a little bit just to kind of soften it and make sure, because I'm not a professional. Just want to make sure as I go that that's kind of soft. I'm going to do the same thing with Sexpresso, which is this deep dark colour. I love the mattes in this so much. So I'm going to do just slightly more careful placement from my like corner lash line into that. You know, in the olden days where YouTubers were like, you know, this V here, this V here. And we're blending again. We're making it good. Now I'm going to take this colour with a flat brush and I'm going to press that on the inner, not even the inner corner, but I'm talking like the inner half, because this is everything. This is like, I want this to be super bright. I'm going back over with Cashmere Bunny just to do the crease again a little bit. And I'm going to use that same colour underneath the eye as well, cleaning up a little bit with just kind of what's left over on the Beauty Blender. Coming back to liner and stuff, because I'm not 100% sure yet, I'm just going to do my brows with this NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Taupe. I actually pluck my eyebrows like once a year because they just don't grow very much. So I've got some, you know, underneath, but I'm going to do that just before we go. My annual brow grooming. I am going to take that Heaven shade, you know, that really pale one, and just take that underneath my brow as well to kind of, because it kind of feels like this is leading to nothing. So just to make it feel a little bit more polished and blend that crease colour into something. Right, I'm going to use my lash curlers. These are Tweezerman lash curlers. Tweezerman. And L'Oreal Telescopic mascara, which weirdly has been my mascara of choice recently because I am through and through a Lash Sensational girl, and then I couldn't find it because I'd left it downstairs. And I was like looking through my mascara stuff. I was like, which one? And this L'Oreal Telescopic, after curling my lashes, looks like false lashes to me. Like I've got rubbish lashes. So to me, this is like, ooh. Now, I don't know whether I want to do false lashes. I have a pair of like 3/4 lashes that I'm on the fence about. So I'm not gonna do, I don't know. I feel like I should. They're not expensive ones, and I've got a packet, and I was like, right, if I like them, then I'm going to use them, test out how easy it is to actually apply them, and then I'll get a new packet to take with me to Vegas. But do I want the potential stress of, on the day, I've done all my makeup, and then I put the lashes on, and it all goes to shit, you know? Do I want that? Although I suppose I could do my eye makeup first. That would take some practice in itself because it feels bizarre to do eye makeup first. Isn't that weird that everyone's just got like, you've got your habits? I think they look kind of natural. I mean, I've gone quite glam with the actual eyeshadow. It's not crazy, but they're no liner and just quite natural lashes. So cheek colour wise, it's going to be NARS Sex Appeal. I was really back and forth because I was in a real heavy like cream bronzer, sheeny highlight kind of phase. And I really wasn't sure whether or not I was going to want to do something more like that. But then I pulled this out to do a video with it recently and was like, oh my God, I'm so glad I did that just in time. So I'm not putting any powder on. I'm just going straight in with blush on top of my foundation, which I know for some people is like, what? And I would do this much quicker. If this is just kind of like day-to-day makeup, I wouldn't have allowed it like all that time to settle into my skin and all of that stuff. But I'm really testing wear time today. This is a very sheer, really natural colour. If I swatch it on the back of my hand, it's practically like, you can't see it. It's like indiscernible on the skin. And you have to build it up, which to me is just such a pretty flush. I don't think I'm going to do anything like bronzer-wise or anything. I am dabbling with, just hair everywhere, I'm dabbling with using a gradual tanner at the moment. So dependent on, I might kind of do a little bit of bronzer to kind of match the rest of me. If I was going to do it, it would be Hoola Lite, because again, we like very easy and difficult to get wrong kind of products is what I like. So I will, just for the sake of testing, because that's what this video is. It's much the same as NARS Sex Appeal. You can kind of build it up, build it up, build it up. And my setting powder, which is the Hourglass Diffused Light. I'm going to use that same brush. I'm not using any other setting powder. And controversially, I don't think I'm going to use a setting mist. I don't think I'm going to need my continuous setting mist from Morphe, because I don't think I'm going very, very powdery. Because of the climate, because it is a dry climate, I don't tend to get very oily in Vegas, to my memory. Time will tell. And so I don't think I need something that's going to really help my makeup stay on, because I think it will stay on relatively well. And because I'm not going to get oily, I don't need to over powder. So I don't need the Morphe setting mist to kind of like bring it back down to that dewiness. I think this will give me that same glow, that very natural skin, without me having to add anything on top of it. Also, I've been using, you know that, is it called Gua? I can't pronounce it. It's the little, I've got one here, one of these. I've been using one of these to do like a facial massage every night. And one of the biggest things was like here, some like swelling and some puffiness here and some situation with my dark circles. They were the things that I noticed the most. But I have a line right in the middle between, you know, your 11s. In between my eyebrows, I have a line there. And I swear it's getting better, which is not something I expected, because that's been there for quite a while. So if you've never used it, there's so many videos on how to use these online. These are really, really cheap. You just need like a cleanser or a facial oil or a thick cream. I'm completely converted. I can't tell enough people about this. Lips wise, and between multiple different things right now, I think I might have to go to like a beauty haul and just test a load of stuff out, because I was 100% sure it was going to be NARS Bound Velvet Lip Glide. Can I find it? I cannot, and it's been discontinued. Bad times. So I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner, which I'm going to put on first. My lips are really dry at the moment, which is probably a good test, because that is the one thing, my lips will be dry in Vegas. So I really want to kind of go with a gloss, but I want to go with a gloss with a little bit of colour. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to use this Bobbi Brown Crushed Liquid Lip in Hippy Shake, which is kind of reminds me of MAC Faux. I think it's a really nice match for this lip liner. It's actually quite nice. Might be too cool though, do we think, with the eyes? Maybe too cool. I'm gonna give these a go. We can do kind of one eye with, one eye without, and see what we like. Do we think I need tweezers for this? I don't know. I really don't do lashes. Right, glue is on. Glue is on. Need a mirror closer to my face to do this. How long are you supposed to wait? I don't know. Oh, we're still not going to use the mirror that I just got out that was closer to my face. Oh, this is a lot of pressure. Literally. This is going to take practice. Oh my god, I have no idea what I'm doing. Should you do this before you do mascara? Because I don't think I can do this. Okay, well, I hate these. These are insane. Way too big. I thought these looked very natural. They look mad. So this is probably a no. Can we get littler eyelashes than this maybe? I'm just going for it now. These are not for me, but I'm going for it just for symmetry. And I'm thinking actually using tweezers to put them on with in the first place made this whole thing more difficult. I think placing them with my fingers was a better move, and then like clamping them down maybe with my tweezers is good. I feel like this must be one of those things that You know, like when people take their glasses off and suddenly their eyes look tiny. People that wear mascara, people that wear eyelashes like this all the time, it must be such a shock when you take them off, because this is a lot for me. So minus the big lashes, this is the general vibe. Kind of like a daytime smoky. I love this like very pale smoky on the outer corners. Something kind of sheeny, but just like a natural blush on the cheeks. And then I'm going to go for something really natural, but glossy on the lips. And that's it. And maybe a little bit of bronze, dependent. Maybe a little bit of bronze to kind of like help to blend in with my neck as well. I'm nervous of body makeup because obviously it's going to be like a very pale dress. It's not a white dress, but it's like ivory. Very scared of mocking the dress. Just for the purpose of the photos. As soon as the photos have been taken, whatever. But just while the photos are being taken, could do with the dress staying clean. Anyway, I'll leave everything linked for you below. If you've got any questions, please feel free to ask. Like I said in the beginning, I will be posting vlogs and stuff over on my other channel. That will be linked below. It's called Michaela Vlogs. But everything else, kind of prep and Vegas related, is going to be here. So make sure you're subscribed if you're into that kind of thing, because I know that I struggled to find stuff when I was looking. So hopefully this is going to be useful for some of you. Not sure about the hair. I have just curled it. It drops out so quickly. So I'm kind of like on the fence about whether or not I'm going to try a different curling iron, different method, if I'm going to book in with someone, if I maybe need to try a different kind of mousse or something like that. But that's what I'm going to be focusing on for the next couple of weeks before we go. And then I will share with you if I actually find anything that works really, really well, because I think I am going to be doing my own hair. Right. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.